Good evening, people. Welcome to Reaching Out with Eddie. Folks, the title of this show is We Will Not Stop. And we will not stop until they stop, until they're gone, until we get rid of this administration. People, the things that I've witnessed and the things that I've been subjected to, I tell you, it's almost unbelievable. We protested today, and to me, it was successful. But one of the things that I would like for what I like to see, Brother Sam, I got Brother Sam in the house, and I got Brother Lawton in the house, and then naturally the Dice man here. Dice, you wanted to tell the people something. You know, Gay was talking about, I can speak if you be quiet. Folks, this show is not in real time. Let them know that, Dice.
Okay, yeah, I forgot about that. When you call people, make sure that you're not trying to listen to the phone call through your computer or your tablet or your laptop or whatever. Make sure you have the phone to your ear and listening through that and turning the volume down on that computer or laptop or whatever you're listening through, because what you hear on that is about 30 seconds later than what we're actually doing.
Yeah.
So in real time, have the phone to your ear and cut everything else off so you can hear exactly what we're saying and we talk to you back.
That's right. And when we finish speaking to you, then you'll be able to hear yourself speak and see, you'll be able to see it, because, again, there's about a 15 or 30-second delay in this show. So don't think. So when Gay was telling me, that's the reason why I was looking like I was looking, because she was saying, I wasn't saying anything, but she trying to hear, but you cannot do that, people. You got to do what the engineer said. People, I can tell you that it's so many things have happened. 2 days ago, yesterday, it's 1 day ago. So 2 days ago, Gary Barber was killed by Meridian Police Department. 3 white officers killed him, people. The same ICE officers. They killed him. And one of the things that's so bad about this, people, is that when they killed him, they stayed out there closer to 5 hours. They left his body in the ditch, folks. And I want the family to give me permission to put it on social media, because I want the world to know how corrupt and how bad it is here in Meridian, Mississippi. So the family went to the police station to protest yesterday. They want to protest. And so how about, if y'all know Veronica Hall, she's a supervisor, one of the assistant managers or something like that at Lowe's, but she been there a while. Good family. Her son was following his cousin. The son was following the nephew to put the car in the shop. And so the ICE unit pulled the cousin over. And when he pulled him over, the other cousin was behind him. When he turned the corner, they tried to stop him. And so he told them that he felt very uncomfortable. While you're stopping me, I want to talk to a supervisor. Very, very good. Young man never been in trouble before. Now understand, people, that they had not broken into anybody's house. They had not burglarized anything. They had not did a drive-by. They had not did anything illegal. They had not even stole a lollipop out of the local convenience store. People, these officers stopped them. White officers again. The same white officers. Bro, Sam, I just got to tell you, one of the officers, the same one that told me that he was a federal marshal. Y'all got to stop telling that lie. People, you have Meridian police officers telling folks when they ask her, I'm a federal marshal, in order to intimidate people. See, they're breaking the law, bro, Sam, because they're not. He told me that. And finally, I wrestled out of him that he was a police officer, a Meridian police officer. See, they might see people. When the federal marshals come in, they always get the local authorities to assist them. So maybe they get certain people and put them on that federal marshal task force so that the same people will go and do it every time. That does not make that individual a federal marshal or a federal officer or not a federal employee. And so this same officer tried to pull this young man called the Meridian Police Department, folks. The supervisor got over the phone saying he done called, and he's headed to the police station because he feel threatened. So these guys ignoring him, and he still go there. They follow him there. Now understand, they done called APB out, and they got police officers coming from everywhere, because if you look at the podcast, and we're gonna show it to you, we're gonna show you the video here, folks. We're gonna show it to you, and I promise you, it's gonna be very, very, very disturbing. I was there, Bro Sam. I got there shortly after the young man was arrested. And people, I can tell you, I never watched the video. I posted the video and did not watch it. I watched it for the first time. Brother Sam, I couldn't even go to sleep. I have only had 2 hours of sleep. I got so angry. I got very, very angry. Brother Sam, I was emotional. Only the anger of God will be, and you out there, when you see this, it's going to make you very, very, very angry. And we have 2 videos. We have Marie Franklin also that stood up to Brunel. And people, I got to tell you about Brunel, and you'll be able to see it in the video. He was drunk. Here you have a lieutenant that's drunk. I think he's an acting captain or acting something, but he's drunk on duty, folks. Drunk. I can see it in his face, and yes, too bad, I smelt it on his breath. She said, bro, you was that close to her? I was close enough to kiss him. I'm just telling you the truth, and I'm not embellishing. And yes, he was chewing gum, trying to disguise it. So here you have a person, and one of the things that Marie Franklin said to him, Brother Sam,
yes, sir,
and Brother Lofton,
yeah,
she said, where's Brunel? She's asking for Brunel. Here I am. And when he took out that, you folks, you know how when you get up and your knees bad. Well, he wouldn't get up, but he did that little extra step like he was finna fall back. You know, when you drunk. It's simple as that. But he came up to her. She said, yeah, I want to talk to you. You're the one that run everything down here. He agreed. He did an affirmation, folks. Shook his head up and down. Now, let me tell you about alcohol. When people say things to you and they've been drinking, they're telling the truth. Right. Don't let them tell you, oh, I was just drunk. No, no, no. See, alcohol lowers the inhibitions, meaning that you are very diplomatic when you talk to people and when you do things. You have the id and the ego that's controlling everything and keeping those drives from getting in trouble. So when you drink alcohol, that level goes down. You'll cuss somebody out. You've been wanting to cuss them out all the time. You'll slap your woman. You've been wanting to slap her. You understand what I'm saying? Right. So, people say hateful words. You can apologize for it, but it came out of your mouth because it was in your heart. So Brunel admitted that he actually run Meridian Police Department. Chris Reed ain't nothing but a corrupt token. But folks, he came up to her, and she started telling him, you're not going in there. Then people, what we going to do now, Dice? I want to pause for a moment, but I got to tell you, that those officers came up, people, and they snatched Mr. Hall out of the car. And any of you know his first name, give it. And they charged him, folks. They kept him there so long. You see the corruption. See, if when a police officer pull you over and stop you because you ran a red light, it don't take long. Right. Even if they come to an accident scene, it doesn't take long for them to do that. Because they broke the law. They abused their authority. They snatched that young man out of the car, Dolores. They drug him. They came up to him while he's at the police station in the parking lot. Broke the one that brought the dogs out and everything. People, this stuff here is unreal.
This out there the brother had called and told him he was on the way.
And he went to the police station. Folks, he went to the police station. And folks, I tell you, it is very, very disturbing. Dice, what I want you to do now is I want you to play that video. I want you to play that video, and we're going to play Marie Franklin last. So, folks, I want y'all to watch this video. Dice, man, is it coming up? All right. Y'all watch this video.
Oh, wow. Oh, wait, y'all, wait. Wait, y'all. They trying to kill somebody else, y'all. They trying to kill somebody else. He got his phone. It's a phone. Do not kill him. It's a phone. Oh my God. No, don't kill him. No. Oh my God. That man has his phone now. Oh my God.
Y'all ain't killing nobody today.
I'm tired of this, man. I'm tired of this. Do not kill him. No, do not kill him. Oh my God. Baby, no. Baby, do not die. Oh, I'm so tired of this. Don't do it, baby, please. Oh, no, not another one. He just had his phone now, Mama. He just just had his phone out, Mama. He just had his phone out.
I'll bail you out of jail, baby.
Mama, get him out, Mama. Get him out of jail.
I'll bail you out. Don't worry about that. I got you. What's your name?
Mama, get his card.
What's your name?
Mama, I can't.
And folks, I got to say this to you, that the people that was talking, this is Gary Barber's family. No, that's not his family. His family ain't got there yet. They was down there protesting their brother being killed.
I heard her say not another one.
Yeah, not enough. And so, folks, this is really bad. Did y'all see this? This young man said, sir, I don't feel comfortable. I don't feel comfortable stopping because you don't have a reason to stop us. We haven't done anything. So I want to speak to a supervisor. I'm going to the police station. And he drove, folks, and took off and drove slowly to the police station. Did not break any laws at all. He asked for a supervisor. When you ask for a supervisor, they're supposed to give it to you. The supervisor came over the radio and went over the air. I heard a tube belt. You know what tube belt talking about. Bro, you got a radio too. Tube belt, I got all that. You understand what I'm saying? But they went over the air. They went over the air. The supervisor said he's coming to the police station because he's afraid and don't feel safe, and that he's coming there for protection. And one of the supervisors, and the supervisor sent that over there. But everybody came there, folks. The people that was doing the beating were white officers, the same white officers that not killed Gary Roberts, but the same white officers that came off of the hill, and one of them confronted me and said he was and folks, he's a skinhead. He's letting you know what he's letting you know what he is. He's letting you know that he's a racist. He's letting you know that he don't give a damn about you. We have racist folks that have infiltrated the Meridian Police Department and under color of law abusing their authority. Now we have a mayor, folks. You understand that this is Percy Bland that put Chris Reed there. Chris Reed was there after Alex Lee and Matthew Spears beat the hell out of Levi Gibbs Jr. I'm talking about beat him so bad, man, had his face. Y'all seen that. And it was the Dice Man that slowed it down. And people, this is the kind of thing that's going on. Now, you know it's got to be something wrong with folks. You talking about absolutely corrupt. Mm-hmm. But Sam, they at the police station protect and serve.
Excuse me, Brother Gray. When I came down last night and seen you down there, the police station like it was segregated. You saw all the white officers on one side and all the black officers on the other side.
Right.
If they should have been mingled together, try to through the situation.
Man, them brothers stood up like them slaves on.
Yeah, you know,
like
I know
slaves.
that.
I'm just telling you, too,
you know,
folks.
I know.
If some of you go to Facebook and just look it up, they stood there with a blank. One little young brother looked like he ain't been there too long, folks. Y'all see, I'm about 5'6". I think he was about 5'5", but I weigh about 140 pounds. He looked like he weighed about 122 pounds. He shook his head and walked away disrespectfully. Not at what Marie Franklin was saying, because Marie Franklin was talking to that racist, corrupt, drunk-ass lieutenant, and they know it. And I said that, I mean, how can them brothers stand there? Folks, if I watch Bruh Sam break in and one of these buildings around here, rob a bank, and I watch, and I hold the door for, I'm just as guilty.
Conspiracy.
Yeah. It's guilty. You can't stand there. And then the thing of it is, you're a police officer today. What you going to be tomorrow? If you're a father, and then how about this one guy that came up there, told Marie Franklin after the fact, I don't know his name, but I know Lolo gonna tell us the name, and Marie gonna give the name, saying that he was coming up there to protect her. If you look at the video, folks, and we gonna show this next. He didn't come up there to protect her. He was gonna come up there and help you nails now. And folks, let me tell you what I did. I know the game. And now you will see in this next clip that we're going to show you, Brunel walked up on Marie Franklin and said, "Don't you touch me." And he walked up on her, and I promise you, folks, about an inch, and I barreled her back. If you might see it, if anybody that was looking and other people film, you'll see her stumbling back, because I barreled her back, because I wasn't going to let him touch her. But too bad I didn't turn my back to him. I kept my side to him, right? Mm-hmm. So in case I had to do something. But I wasn't finna let anything happen to Marie Franklin. And so what we going to do now, folks, is we're going to play this other clip for you. And Dice, play that clip.
You
You can't get us to believe if I attack this man with a knife, it's gonna get 3 of y'all to shoot me.
That was Brunel.
If it was your people, you would have come
Get
with
it
it,
on.
and we ain't putting up with it no more.
Here's what you do. If you want to
That's Brunel.
No, Foreman don't
I'll
do
tell
it.
you what's not gonna happen. This ain't
You're not gonna tell me what's not gonna happen. You work here. You don't own the place, Brunel. I'm not afraid of you. Oh yeah, I own the place. I think I own it. If you
If you said that, why did you allow for your police officer to do what they just did?
You need to step up out our
Yeah,
face.
but
You
you
don't
cannot
have
get
the
that
right
confrontation.
to invite. No.
No, come on, back up.
He
I want
came
you,
to me.
I know that, but I want you to
He
touch
came
it.
to
But that's
me.
intentional.
You
Don't
need
let
to
him.
back the hell
Don't
up.
let
I'm not
him.
afraid
Do
of-
not let
What you
him.
doing?
No. But
Now,
Brunel,
let me tell
she's
you
right.
something. I'm not going to listen to a man who got arrested for DUI, a man that got arrested for domestic violence and didn't go to jail that one day. He can't tell me nothing. I don't break the law. He do.
But we want y'all to know that we're angry. We're upset about this.
But if you want to talk to us, we'll talk.
But look what y'all did
I
today.
already
Look what
told
happened
you who
today.
you wanted to talk to.
Look what happened today. Look what happened today. It ain't.
Now, we had questions
But you can control
yesterday.
your police officer that snatched that young man out of his car. And you
Evidently,
talking about
that's what
breaking
they
the law.
want you
That's
to
breaking
do.
the law. Y'all breaking the law. You have what you call abusive authority on the
And
code
you
of state
will
law.
not tell us what to do and then think you can treat us any kind of way. It ain't gonna happen. By you and nobody else. Dude. If anything, if anybody get locked up, it's gonna be you. For your domestic violence and for your DUI that Judge Joe heard your record illegal.
You tell them, because we tired of it. We're tired of it.
Honey.
Somebody got to stand up for these young men.
Exactly. Exactly. Exactly.
Somebody
But
got to
the
stand
road.
up for our
But the
grandmas,
road.
our granddaddies, our uncles. Y'all don't
And
care.
let me tell you something. All you black men standing out here, this could be your brother. This could be your
If not
nephew.
today, tomorrow.
This could be-
Tomorrow.
Everybody up
And
in
as long as you don't fall in line like they want you to, then they'll be you next. I tell you what you do. Ask Miss Jenny that he took her job and then made a sexual bad comment to her when she said it wasn't fair. The same man that killed that young man yesterday, not even a certified officer, ain't been here less than 2 years, and he took a veteran officer job, been here over 5 years, and gave it to him because of the color of her skin. Ask all these officers that are no longer here, that would be here 20 years, 15 years. How long was Chris Scott here? They done ran all them out and think we gonna obey them.
And now
Boom.
they got
We ain't
the
doing
young
it.
man in there. Now they got the
We are
young
not
man
doing
in
it.
there. Okay. And we gonna forever be corrupted
They
until
can
we
be burning
clean
somebody.
up
The
the
first thing he
city.
do is come over and try
The
to clean
citizens
it.
will clean up the city. Wait till
Y'all don't need to follow him. You need to pattern yourself after the law. This time of God gonna be gone for long. Bet you that. Bet you that. He better hope he don't be in prison like everybody else.
It's time to stand up.
Don't skip it.
It's been time to stand up. But today, we're going to stand up.
Exactly. It ain't going down.
We get justice.
We gonna be just like that. We ain't dying, we multiply.
I'm 26 years old and I'm tired of seeing
Well, honey, I'm double your age.
And I'm tired of seeing
Folks, that was very disturbing. I got to tell you that what caused Marie and I to go up there because they wouldn't let anybody in the police station. Boy, Marie just took control. She said, this is not yours. And how about they let the lady up in there? And so that's how, and then she asked for a Brunel, and then you see Brunel coming up. So if you go to my Facebook page and other people's Facebook page, this stuff was posted, people. And this here, and we stayed there. And so Anderson came out. Now, when you talk about the segregation, before you got there, when Brunel walked away, one of them Uncle Tom ass niggas went down there, pat him on the back and asked him, is he okay? No, he wasn't okay, sir, because his ass was drunk. You ain't okay when you that drunk. And then it was shortly after that he left in the truck. So you got police officers that'll go to work drunk or go to work and get drunk and leave in their vehicle that we're paying for driving drunk. And you have a mayor that has not said one thing, but when he did speak, he said the young man broke the law or something like that. And how you know? You wasn't there. But then the thing of it is, but you see all this going on. Now this video been out there. Where your ass at, Kim Burner, Houston? Where you at, Dwayne Davis? Y'all the one made this man chief of police. Dwayne Davis did this. That's the governing authority. You guys, the city council are the governing authority. Person can't do anything. Y'all see what they did to Barack Obama. Barack Obama couldn't hardly get nothing passed. Am I right or wrong?
You're right.
Because the governing authority locked his ass down. Now, you ain't got to lock the mayor down, but you should have ensured that he did the right thing and did not break the law. Even Kim was one of the individuals that voted to give all this money to him. They're already above the salary cap. Money that should be paid back. And so, people, we went down there today. And so, I got to say this. I really appreciate, if I'm out of line, what I'm going to do, folks, I'm going to open up the phone lines. I got to talk to my round table right here before I say what I'm going to say next. And if they tell me not to say this, then I'm not going to say it. So, Brother Dice, I want you to play a song and then open up the lines, and then we're going to continue this discussion. Go ahead, Brother Dice. I want to thank you guys for listening. Folks, welcome back. People, I want to tell you this, is Weston Linderman was there. But Weston Linderman was not there campaigning. He's there like he's always there. Folks, you can go back and look at old tapes, look at anything. Weston Linderman is always there when something is going on. And he spoke. Boy, when I called him up there, he didn't want to. Man, when he came up, brother, I promised. Told Bell. Then everybody started clapping their hand and shouting. The people really appreciate him be there. They were very impressed. And then he got up and he spoke about officers being on duty and drinking. Brunel, he didn't call a name, but I'm going to call a name. Brunel drinking on duty and getting drunk. And that's just, how is it that Brunel is able to get drunk, folks? See, person won't fire them because they got, see, when person got caught with his, let me say it in a manner that's not, when person got caught with his penis in one of the employees' mouth, he should have resigned. He should have. And the reason why I say that, folks, because not only do they have things, Brunel was his bodyguard, and not only did Brunel his bodyguard and going everywhere with him, Brunel have evidence of other illegal things that's going on right here. And folks, it's really bad when you have people that are not qualified over people that are qualified. And the black officers, bro, Sam, standing around like slaves. Right. I'm just telling you the truth. They standing around, not saying anything, fear, not afraid to breathe. I'm not doing anything. But you know, someone was there. I appreciated being there because these are good officers, or officers that you could trust. Right. But the Meridian Police Department need to be not disbanded, but totally reorganized. It's just the truth. Right. It's people there that are gonna go to jail. I just gotta say, and let's talk about Gary Barber being murdered, shot in the back, and then they stood over him and shot him again. These are white officers that did that. People, I got to tell you something else too. Now, Mississippi Bureau of Investigation was on the scene and they took over the case. Well, y'all can go to Facebook and see where Meridian police officers was on the bank and off in the ditch picking up things. Do you know, folks, that what they did, that's tampering with an investigation? That's a felony. They tampered with a crime scene because they are not the police officers that are investigating Gary Barber's murder. The Mississippi state troopers are investigating. They call it Mississippi Bureau of Investigation. So the state is taking over and investigating. So they went back out there. Those same guys in those khaki uniforms out there getting things. In other words, tampering with it. When you go to a crime scene, folks, and you're a police officer, you look on TV. Y'all done seen, what's that show? We're going to call it CSI. Mm-hmm. When they go to the crime scene, they be putting them little things down where the bullet hole is, where they found a shell casing, but they don't move anything. And once they mark everything, then they take pictures. These guys weren't doing any of that. Too bad I saw one of them slip and fall over in that ditch. Man, you know I have to say something, but this here really ain't nothing funny, bro, Sam. I'd like for you to give your opinion about this and what you saw, and then I'd like for you to say something too, bro, Laughlin.
Bro, Laughlin.
What I see a lot of time is I've been through things like this myself. When I was in Nebraska, I don't have no trust with anybody in law. I don't even trust lawyers. Now, those people are put in position for special reasons, but they abuse their position. I've been through this. To tell you a long story, you would have to listen to me talk. We only have so much time. I've been in a situation where I disagree with a detective. We got into a little dispute. I walked out. Once you do something like that, when you stand up to these law enforcement officers, they're going to pick at you after that. They're going to try to force you to do something so they have an excuse to hurt you, to kill you, or do anything they want to do. And they can get away with it. Why? Because higher up, you have nobody willing to do their job, stand up and say, in the first place, you sworn to uphold the law, the Constitution. When you sworn to uphold those laws and Constitution, things like that, if you don't do that, you are breaking the law yourself. And that's why the people need to learn laws, rules, and regulations. If you don't learn these things, you don't know how to confront people. You just don't. I don't know a lot of things myself, but I have the experience of going through things. People that know laws, they can teach you how to conduct yourself, how you can tell an officer this or that, and they know you know what you're talking about. They don't like it. They get mad. They want to say one thing, but they'll never say it. But if you're not there, they'll say it. Words that is not respected, they'll use those words when you're not around or when they're with their own group, but they won't say it in your face. Now, Mississippi, I hadn't confronted these people much myself because I try to stay away from them because I don't trust them. I never have. I don't trust lawyers and I don't trust police officers. I really don't. I'm telling you how I feel, how I think. I do things on my own pretty much. Sometimes people help me. They tell me, do this, do that. I do it. Why? Once a person tells me things, I can know if they got my interest or not. What you mean? I don't care what color they are. You can tell when people give you sound advice if they trying to help you or not. When you hear these types of programs out here talk, these people are trying to help you learn how to conduct your life and do better for yourself. Stand up for what's right. That's the key. Stand up for what's right and respect other people's rights. When you don't do that, you're a lawbreaker. I don't care who you are. You're a lawbreaker. A judge, a lawyer, police officer, you are a lawbreaker.
That's right. Thank you, Brother Lockton. Brother Sam?
What I like to say is that I just don't believe if there was a little white boy.
It wouldn't have happened.
It wouldn't have happened.
It would not have.
And then the black officers see this going down and just stand up and watch it.
Well, I can say this for those officers is that everybody, I'm not like that, but they don't want to lose their job.
Yeah.
They got bills to be paid. Now, I understand, Brother Sam, but they're afraid to say anything. They're afraid of retribution. They're afraid of that. They're afraid of perhaps even being killed themselves. And I got to say that because these people will kill you.
That's true.
These people do what they want to do. And I got to say this. Now, Marie Franklin said she got God's shield going to protect her. Mm-hmm. Well, and that's good. But she still needs to be careful. Right. Because anytime you say anything to upset the apple cart, that makes them very evil. Men do evil things. Right. And you can see if you have an administration or a police force that's so bold, and this thing here, Black Lives Matter, this is a worldwide thing. And so if you have police officers that are so emboldened that they will pull you out of your car and beat the hell out of you, you got some police officers that don't give a damn. And it's, I don't even think about it. I just know it'll have to be like an instant death for me. Because too bad if I'm able to get to you, I'm coming. But here's what I like to say about that. I'm not afraid. And I ain't finna talk that stuff like Martin Luther King and put no kind of bad karma on me. I'm not afraid. I'm going to always speak up. And how about WKO? They did come and they interviewed me today. And I told them about, everybody know that I was arrested. I was arrested and charged with those crimes that was created by the Meridian Police Department. And Anderson corrupt ass. How about him and Laws go where Bunell is and Circle? That's what I didn't tell you. They down there scheming and talking. And so then they go in and interrogate this young man. They bring his car from the parking lot to the back of the station and search it and tow his car up trying to find stuff, but they didn't find nothing because this was a good young man. Right. Like the young man, what his name? Cornelius Park fucked his life up. Right. And so Lewis came there and took it to the back. So since he ain't got no fella there, ain't done nothing, so they brought the ICE unit, who was gone. Elvis had left the building. They were gone. Brought them back down there, and it took another. That young man didn't leave there too, Bill, to probably about 11 or 12 o'clock. After being there at 5 o'clock. When they keep you that long, when they doing illegal shit, they charge that young man the laws, but felony fleeing. Felony fleeing. Look at the law. You can't charge nobody felony fleeing if a felony had not been committed. If you drive your car in such a manner that you're endangering other folks' lives, it's questionable. Perhaps this young man drove, I seen him, 5 miles an hour. Let me stop doing that, because really, it ain't even no joking matter. I got to stop doing that, because it's just sad. But I want you guys, we're going to read your comments, and I want you to call up Dice Man. I want you to flash it up. But this is really bad. So when we were there today, I let them know that I'm that individual. And I'm going to tell you why, Bro Sam. Because you're going to have somebody such as like Sidney Covington or this other guy that Low be arguing with going to come on. Oh, he did this. See, it ain't about what I'm charged with. You better look at my heart and look at my passion and look at what I do. Go ahead, Bro Dice.
All right, we got Angela Amerson says, hello there, you guys.
Hi.
Hello, sister.
Hey, guy.
Okay, let me get this on the screen. 1 sec, guys. My bad. Okay, Angela Amerson also says, well, I'm sorry. That's gay. You can't beat him.
Hey, no, we just want you to know we're not fussing. We appreciate you listening and watching.
Right, none but love.
Yeah, none but love.
Loretta Bennett says, impersonating something they're not.
That's right. And that's against the law. But they use that to intimidate people and give make people actually intimidate people more and give themselves false authority.
Right.
Ellen Franklin says, good evening, peeps. Her name is Yolanda Hall.
Yeah, I know Yolanda, but her son first name. I think somebody said it on that video.
You said Veronica earlier. That's why she said that.
Yeah, Yolanda, that's right.
Okay.
They the same thing too, Bill.
Okay. Emery Howell says, William Brunel needs to be in jail. Needed to lose his job a long time ago.
That's true.
Right.
And Miss Howell is the person that's always with us on protest. She's a white lady. And, really appreciate her. And then here the thing of it is that I pointed out, too. I actually talked about, I even mentioned about Jimmy Smith having been in politics for 20 years. It's like a person going to jail for 20 years and getting out on the streets and got to relearn everything. Got to learn how to use a computer tool. Got to learn. They still got the kind of phone the Dice Man had that he been had for 40 years. They got to learn how to use it. My point of it is, why should we give somebody a job and they got to learn how to do it? Why should we give someone a job that's been there for 8 years and ain't done shit? Why should we, and I'm talking about Kim Houston, has not opened her mouth about any of this going on, Bro Sam. And then I got to say this. Inspire Walker had what kind of organization she had, and they were speaking about George Floyd and Black Lives Matter, but she been missing in action on Levi Gibbs, Davon Hardy, and this going on right here. I mean, and now you right. Now all lives matter.
Yeah.
Okay. Emery Howell also says, pointed guns at him before he even got out the car.
Sure did. And I got to say this too. When y'all come to our protests and everything, let's stay on point. Let's not talk about somebody can make a green baby and somebody can't do it. This here ain't got nothing to do with it. That create division. Right. And we appreciate everybody being there. We don't want to talk about things about how many houses we own or go in the den. We talking about this young man. We talking about Mr. Hall and Mr. Barber. That's what we're talking about. We talking about a corrupt police department. We talking about Percy Bland, who ain't got but about 2 more months to have his ass in office. And we going to fire him come April the 6th. Get rid of him. We get rid of Robert Jones' corrupt ass, because and it's my fault, bro, Sam. It's my fault too, but I talk too damn much, and I got to learn. I did the research on the law and said that when you have a conviction of domestic violence, you cannot be in possession of a gun.
No, you can't.
It's a felony.
Right.
It's a federal law.
Right.
And Robert Jones, without a petition, went and expunged their record. Illegal. And once we get rid of your ass, Robert Jones, we're going to look at everything you did. We're going to be giving people their money back. We're going to put you in jail if we can. And Anderson, your day coming. You little bit of short rascal. I hate to talk about your little height, but you corrupt, man. You corrupt. Folks, Anderson, your fingerprints on a lot of shit, and your fingerprints on this stuff from last night, because he came out there and probably engineered, him and Brunel engineered the whole thing. So until, if the head is bad, the body ain't no good. Right. If we got a brain cancer, folks, and we got to get it out. And the way we cut it out, we do it by voting their ass up out of there. Don't need Fannie Mae Johnson either. All these people here approved Chris Reed, and they did not allow for an investigation. It's time for all of them to go. We got to show them, folks. We can show them. If we show them, we show everybody else. And I'm angry. I'm angry as hell what happened to that Hall, man. I'm angry as hell what happened to Barbara, Davon Hart, and everybody else, Levi Gibbs Jr. And you know what? Levi Gibbs is related to Gary Barber. So Levi Gibbs is related to my family because, you know, my sister married into the Gibbs family. Right. So everybody family. And this is really bad, but you ain't got to be related to me. I'm here. I'm here. And then look at me. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid. I'm charged. I'm charged with 3 serious charges. Yes, they created. Yes, there is not child pornography, but it's baggage that I'm carrying, and I got to go and campaign, folks, but I don't care. I'm still there speaking up. And I went up there and I protected that sister last night. I wasn't going to let her go by herself. I said, if you get shot, I'm getting shot. Right. Simple as that, people.
Okay. Angela Amerson says, well, Reed said he's standing behind his officers 120%.
Yeah, all 120% of y'all going to jail. Because like the brother said over here, Brother Lofton said, breaking the law is breaking the law. It ain't got nothing to you still break the law. That's the reason why those laws create order. If we don't follow the law, how can we respect any of you guys? And here this person is man, any other city, they would have already done fired the chief of police. Right. Any other city, you got white officers doing this in an 85% black city, and you got people texting me that ain't lived in Meridian 40 years taking up for the police. How can you take up for them? He was shot in the back. That ain't no damn self-defense when you shoot somebody in the back. In the old West days, that was a hanging offense. Am I right or wrong?
Yeah, that's a coward.
3 of them did it. Okay. And it wasn't the same 3 because they suspended with pay. Wow. Suspended with pay. Ain't that something? And then, but these are same 3, they good at beat down. Oh, yeah. Folks, if y'all look at the tape, you see how Brunel walked up on her. And he said it as he walked up on her. You better not touch him with that finger. Right. Folks, this is a code word. That's what he say because everything's being filmed. He was planning on doing something to Miss Franklin.
Mm-hmm. She done touched him?
He done that before. He done all these people. Some of your family members' face been beat in by people like Brunel. And then the constable coming there. What the hell you coming there? You're a constable. You ain't got no more authority than I got. Your ass don't do nothing but serve one. Robbers. Right. We need to send all of them home. City first, county next, then the state. Bro Dice. Hell yeah, I'm mad.
Okay. Tony Owens says, good evening, everyone.
Hey. Baby, you need to come here to this. I got a real bad headache. You need to come here. And you need to be here when I get off the air.
All right, what's up, Tony? V's Catering LLC says, hey, reaching out with with Eddie family. This is a heartbreaking video. Something has got to give just for this family. And for, you're right. And the brother was charged with felony fleeing. See how they trumped up charges on him? Felony fleeing. Young man ain't never been in trouble before. FBI, please come on up here. I'm about to think the feds corrupt too. Or either they got somebody with the federal government that's perhaps letting them know or either holding things out. It ain't nowhere in hell.
Bro, I wish I'd have listened to Mama. If I'd have listened to my mama and not been so hard-headed, bro, I would have been an FBI agent. Oh,
But
Lord.
you might have been corrupt, though. If you'd have got with them, you've been corrupt.
I'll be dead.
Yeah, right.
Because I'll be putting their ass in jail.
Right. All of them.
Hey, you know, I got my record expunged. You know, maybe I can become a state trooper or something. But here, you know, they got that age limit on it.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll do like some of them and just dye my beard.
But see, this is the only thing I don't understand. If that brother called in and told them, I'm on the way to the police.
That's right.
I fear for my life.
Yeah.
Whoever,
They should have been out there.
Right, they should have been out
Yeah.
there waiting on him, escort him in there.
And everybody that stood up there and watched that should be suspended.
Right.
The supervisor on duty should be suspended. Brunel need to be fired. Chris Reed need to be fired. And we going to fire your ass, Percy
Right.
Bland.
Okay. Dolores Holt says, so sad. My dad and I were just talking about the lack of change in Mississippi earlier this week.
Yeah.
Right.
Let your dad watch that. And I want all of you guys to upload this and share it. If you want to get a personal copy where we can just send that to you on. As a matter of fact, Dice, if you'll send it to me, either send it to Reaching Out with Eddie an email so we can download it. If all of you, I want you guys to get it. I want you to share it all over the world. I want them to know in England what they're doing right here in Meridian, Mississippi. I want them to know in China what they're doing right here in Meridian, Mississippi. That if you think George Floyd was bad, you need to come and try Meridian, Mississippi. Folks, and the irony of all of this, if we had a white mayor, we wouldn't even be going through any of this.
But really, Mississippi's still burning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still burning. It's burning worse, and we got a black man there that's acting as if he's a Democrat. And folks, I tell you that, and I said it before, and I'm gonna say it again. Percy Bland, I brought damn charges against your ass with the Democratic Party. Yes, folks, I brought charges, Percy. You remember you did me like that? You remember I had to go to court? Bruh, you better be able to prove that your ass is a Democrat. And I think that if you have your lawyers and I have mine, and you got your evidence and I got mine, I'm going to remove your ass off the ticket and you going to really be sick. Damn it, I know you're getting it. I want you to know. I brought it against your ass too, Kim. You too, Fannie Mae. You too, Tyrone. You too, Dwayne. And what the hell is Tyrone talking about? What matter? Nigga, you created this shit. Hell, you was there to make a difference, and now you want to say something now? Well, where your ass at yesterday in the day? Well, you at Dwayne Davis, but you going to be going door to door asking people to vote for you and give you a chance to be the mayor of this city? Yeah, you done lied and you accept money? You think we going to put you in there, Tyrone Johnson? Dwayne Davis, your inept ass, you think we going to put you back in there?
Okay, Ezra Lee says Bland is chief lawman in Meridian.
I can tell you what I was thinking. So since I was thinking that it's in my heart, because I'm already, Bland ain't shit. Go ahead, Dice.
All right, Thomas Dawson says watching from Dallas, Texas.
Thank you, sir, and spread it and spread it. I hope all of Dallas looking at it.
What's up, Dawson? Been asking about you, man. Good to see you.
You know it.
I know him very well.
Dice know everybody.
Yeah.
Him and Two Belt.
Yeah, big brother of mine. Fred Welch says, good evening, good people. Today was a good turnout, but we need more to come out.
Sure.
We need to show force and continue to make our presence be felt.
And thank you for being there. Fred is always there. And I got to say this, folks, is that the new Black Panther Party will be here Saturday at 2 o'clock. And so we want to show up. We want to show up. And the guy that's coming out of Dallas, because he's from Meridian, his region does not include Mississippi, but going a different way. I think Mississippi is with Louisiana, Alabama, and Tennessee, but not Texas. But he's coming anyway, so he's bringing 6 people from Texas, and then they bringing people in. So the new Black Panther Party will be here, and I appreciate that. And also, what's the brother name on the national level?
Malik Shabazz.
I talked to him today also. They're not coming Saturday, but they are coming here. And so we are getting national exposure. And I want to say to those people, please share this podcast and share those videos. Go to Facebook. Let the world know what they're doing here in Meridian, Mississippi with an Uncle Tom black mayor. A black mayor that's a line for corrupt. Because he's corrupt. You understand that if the body is bad, it's because the head is bad. And we can change this, folks. But I want y'all to share this and share this and share it. I want the whole world to know what's going on here in Meridian, Mississippi. If we show up in droves And if they, y'all see my lip, I almost said it. Two belts that don't do it, bro. You don't curse one time 2 minutes, so I ain't. If they mess with us, we can show out Saturday. We need to, I don't know. What do we need to do, bro, Sam? This is our house, folks. Y'all come on now. We got to stop this shit. Miss Hall did not expect what happened to her son to happen. Gary, Baba, mother, and family did not expect that to happen to them. These people don't give a damn.
Damn, sure don't.
Well, I'll show up, Dice.
Okay. Angela Amerson says, we was told that you all was going to be there at 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
And when we got there, it wasn't nobody but a white lady there holding a sign.
And that's a shame that she stayed and you did not. You should have stayed. Should have stayed. Everybody can't get there at the same time. But when you go there, it's just like in the club. You know, everybody want to go to the club that's packed. They go in the club and ain't nobody in there, they turn around and leave. Get that club mentality out of your mentality. If we having a protest and if it's at 12 o'clock, be there. That lady was there. What's her name? That Howard lady. She was there before 12 and she stayed there until all of us left. Hey, her family and friends ain't being killed. White folks ain't being killed.
Right.
It's us and she's there. And you know what? If they were giving away cheese, they'd have been there waiting on it before it opened up.
Yeah.
Shoot, I'm telling you, if they had Walmart closed down and they done got their food stamp, they'll be there waiting before Walmart open up. So this is very important. Ain't getting no better. It's up to us to make it better. Dice.
All right. Felicia Brown says, hello, Eddie, Dice, and Sam. This police department is just crooked, and I am still going to fight for my brother, Levi Gibbs Jr.
Yeah, you're right, Felicia. And you know, Gary Barber, imagine he was related to her, too.
Oh, yeah?
Because he's related to the Gibbs. Yeah.
Okay. Loretta Bennett says, Officer Robert Walker was the black officer speaking up for Brunel, and he also is the K-9 officer who put the dog on the Hall young man yesterday.
Wow.
Oh, man.
See, that brother needs to be fired. He had no business with a dog out there. And the man came there, he knew it, and they knew it. They all knew it, Lo. They all knew it, Marie. They all knew it. They knew that he was coming there for protection, that he didn't want to stop on the streets. Man, who would? Now, where we going to go now, too, man? Where we going to go now, bro, Sam? We can't go to the police station.
Right.
We can't go to Marion. Or maybe we need to drive to the state trooper office. That's what I say, folks. Go to the Mississippi Highway Patrol office. Dial 911 and ask for the state trooper. Say you headed there. You're afraid for your life.
If you looked at that video, you probably thought it was something happening in the 60s.
That's right.
Putting the dogs on you.
In Birmingham, Alabama.
Right.
On the Bull.
Bomber.
Bull County, yeah.
Yeah, bomber.
Caller, we're going to take this call. Go ahead, Dice. Go ahead, caller. We here?
Yes, I came back down there and y'all still wasn't there. Then I had to go to my son's game.
Okay,
so
then.
I'm sorry I missed it, but I'm with you all 100%.
I already know that, Gay.
Okay,
Thank you.
okay,
Yeah.
sister. We'll be there Saturday.
Yeah, we understand that people have things to do, things they can't get away.
Right.
And that's the reason why I couldn't get there at 12, because I was doing something. We understand that. We weren't castigating anyone, but we do need to really, we're going to be there tomorrow, too. We're going to be there again. We're going to start at 12. So how about let's come there again at 12,
right.
and we're going to stay there. Once we get our crowd there, we're going to talk, and then we're going to disperse again. We're going to do that every day until they do something. We just got to. Thank you, Gay.
Yes, right.
Right.
Yes, because that was dead wrong. You know, I was over there when they took the body off the ditch. And it kind of got to me.
I know.
You know, who going to protect our young boys? I got 2 young boys coming up. And I be holding mine in the house because I'm so scared.
I understand, and you're doing the right thing, because I do the same thing. We're all doing that, and we can't go to the police department. What we can go to the highway patrol office. I would get on the highway, and they're going to follow you. As long as they see you, they can follow you. But this young man drove really slow, but you're right. We're going to have to protect ourselves. I'm going to tell y'all this, and I'm just telling you the truth. Even if you have a felony conviction, this is a stand your ground state. I suggest all of you guys arm yourself. Arm yourself and don't trust them. You cannot trust no one in this administration. Thank you, Gay.
You know the sad thing about this, Brother Gray, and Brother Dice, and Brother Richard? This is Black History Month.
Ain't that something?
Yeah.
And then where the pastors at? They said they love Dr. Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King was out there on the forefront, man, fighting.
Not one pastor
But
was
you
there.
don't see no pastors saying nothing about this situation.
The problem with our leaders, so-called leaders, they're lining their pockets with money, and they're not caring about the people. When you go back into that book, the one who said he came here, he gave up everything he had to come show you how to get the same thing he had. Mm-hmm. And he showed you how to do it. The pastors are supposed to be doing the same thing. They're not doing it. They're like scribes and Pharisees.
But now, if Jesus was here today, I believe he'd have been down there. Because he told Peter, go buy your sword.
Yeah.
You don't need no sword to pick no teeth with.
That's right.
Huh?
Yeah, that's right.
He said, go buy your sword. What you need the sword for? They missed that part of the Bible. It's in there.
There's a lot of things that we miss. We read it, but we miss things.
And I got to say this is that Alicia Smith, who's running for city council in Ward 4, her and Willie Ruffin Jr., both of them trumped up charges by that police department. But she's running. Wouldn't it be ironic? And they're working hard if she becomes their boss. And I know Inspire Walker mother is running. Here's what now, Tavio, you know I love you. You know I do. And I know you're hard. But call a call back. But I got to say this. She is not the person to be representing this city at all. She's just not, because she hadn't been in politics. She hadn't been doing anything. We don't need anybody that's going to go in there that's going to be my age or near my age and all of a sudden you want to get in politics. But somebody 50 should not get the job if they don't know it. But a person that's 20 and 30 should get that job, because our young people, we need to get back for the young folks.
Right.
Dice, man. And call a call back. Sorry about that. Okay, go ahead, Dice. Go ahead, caller. Go ahead, caller. Oh, they hung up. Okay, well, try it again. Dice, read the next comment.
Okay. Israeli says protest at Percy's house.
No. We ain't going to do that. And here's the thing of it is, you got to understand Mississippi law. Mississippi law says you do not have the right to protest on private property. But government buildings and things like that, public places, we can. Right. They can't stop it. Okay, caller. Caller, you on the podcast.
Okay, good evening, fellas.
Hey, Marie. You know, I knew that was you, Marie.
So what now?
I knew that was you. Go ahead.
Well, you knew I was going to call back.
Yeah.
We can't hear you. You're a little far from the phone or something. We can't really hear you.
Okay, hold on. Okay, is that better?
That's better.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, I want to say good evening to everyone.
Good evening.
And I want to thank everyone who showed up today. And I want to especially tell you, when you come tomorrow, when you come Saturday, bring 4 or 5 people with you, or tell them to meet you there. If we do not show this city that we are concerned about our young people, we love our young people, we're going to protect our young people at all costs.
That's right.
Because if you don't do it, they are not going to do it. We're going to have to protect each other. And we're going to have to know that going in. Mm-hmm. I agree with Hope 100%. Arm yourself. If you do not know how to use a firearm, get you a taser. Have somebody to make you a nightstick with lead on the end and know how to use it. We are in a war.
Right.
And we must know that. Percy Bland have aligned this city with illegal thugs. He got racists on the police force. He got Aryan Nation members on the police force. He have drug dealers on the police force. Come on now. We are not to become subservient to people that want to tell us what to do, but they do something completely different. And if they are telling our young people to do that, we must let them know, no, we're going to show our young people that we have their back. We're going to be at their side, and we're going to be, and the way Eddie, I'm glad he stopped me last night.
Me too.
Because when Brunel, with his drunk self, started to tell me what I couldn't do, I'm going to be honest with you, I like blanked out.
Yeah.
It was all in then.
Yeah.
We cannot allow, the dude is a criminal, y'all. Come on. Everybody talk against our young people. Even the young man that got killed. They on Facebook saying negative stuff. And let me tell you what the lie is now. On the conservative station this morning. Because, you know, sometimes all the time, if there's any way for you to find out what your enemy is doing, we have to be proactive instead of reactive to everything. The best defense that we can have, y'all, is a good offense. That's our best defense, is a good offense. They gonna say that one of the officers, the Colin Kent guy, was chasing Mr. Barker down the hill, down the gully, because it's not a hill. And that when he went down there, he slipped and fell. Now look at the lie they already making
that's a
up.
lie. That's a lie. And
that's a lie.
Yeah, when they
but
was
that's
out
okay.
there,
That's okay. Because the pictures that was taken, and God put people in place all the time.
Hey, Marie, could you hang up the phone and let the guy from the New Black Panther Party, the leader over that region, is coming here Saturday, and he want to call in.
Okay, and y'all be careful, protect each other, and we gonna love each other.
Thank you, sister.
Thank you. And the rest of you kind of hold up until this guy call in. Okay, Brother Dice, read the comments.
Okay. Let's see here. Emery Howe says, if you want to talk to us, we'll talk. Why weren't they ready to talk when that young man drove up to the police station?
Yeah.
Now they are ready to talk because they were being yelled at by a woman.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's right.
That's what it was.
Yeah. Okay. He hung up there, called back.
All right.
Thomas Dawson says, y'all please vote Percy out of office.
Well, we're going to take this call, and we will. Caller, you on the podcast?
What's going on, brother? Black Power, Black Love.
Hotel.
What's up, bro?
What's up, bro?
Hey.
Go ahead and speak. And
go
ahead, tell us.
You're doing a propcast. So what type of propcast is it?
This is what we're doing, is talking about what's going on in Meridian. What I'd like for you to do is tell the people what you guys are going to do and who you are and what your rank is and who all that's going to be involved in coming to Meridian to help straighten this up.
Awesome. How you guys doing?
We're doing good.
Awesome. Well, my name is, I went to Northeast Lauderdale. A lot of people know me throughout Mississippi before I decided to make a life change myself. And I joined what you call the New Black Panther Party for self-defense. Many people are familiar with the Black Panther Party. We started programs like programs that the government have taken advantage of, like WIC programs. We started that with the Feed the Kids program. We do a lot of vanguards. We are vanguards for our people. We stand for the freedom and liberation of our people. We feel that we all should be treated equally and fairly. And the Black Panthers are a revolutionary group. That is a revolutionary group that what you call a black army. We are not a hate group. We are not a terrorist group. We never have been. And what we do is we love what you call black people. I have seen what happened in Meridian. It have caught national attention. So I am the commander of the Southeast region, New Black Panther Party. I was actually raised in the southern region, which is the region that you guys are actually in. I received a call of what happened, and we are going to come to Meridian, Mississippi, We're going to stand with you guys. We're going to protest with you all. We also are going to work to open a chapter there that Mr. Holt will have a lot of access to, depending on how you guys grow. That's who I chose to work with. That's who I'm going to have the NFA and the NFAC, you know, to actually work with, Mr. Holt.
Tell us what the NFA and the NF. Yeah, tell us what those acronyms mean. NFA and NFC, NFAC.
Okay, so what that is that's what you call the Harry P. Newton Gun Club. You have, of course, the NBPPP. That's the New Black Panther Party. So what we do, again, when people protest like you guys are protesting, if you guys are not doing it right, then they can take charge. So we want to make sure that they know that we know our rights. We want to make sure that they know that we're going to do it by the books. And most importantly, we want them to know that we mean business. Okay, so I would ask anybody on the line and that's why I called Mr. Holt tonight, that's going to be a part of the protest, let train professionals like myself that have proper training to hold these lines. We are revolutionary and we are willing. And one thing we always say in the Black Panther Party is that the last thing that will roll off my lip when I leave this earth is I am a revolutionary. And when it comes to my people, we are willing to stand at any time. We call life is not worthy of living if you're not living it for a purpose. And if you're going to go, then why not go for a purpose? Our purpose is to protect the people. Our purpose is to stand for the people. When you hurt, we hurt. So we're coming there to let Little Meridian, Mississippi know that they're not going to push you guys over. We know the right. We're able to protest, and we're going to protest, and we're going to be here, and we're going to keep doing this until we get a difference, until we get results. We're going to get our lawyers involved if necessary. God forbid, another thing the Panther Party do, that if you guys are doing a protest and God forbid somebody step outside the box and get locked up, well, we're there to make sure you're bailed out.
Yeah.
We're there to make sure that we protect you. You do the right thing, we're going to do the right thing, and we get the results that we need. And that's going to come from us unifying, doing it properly. I know everybody's a little upset, but we have to kind of watch our language, and because this is business. So we need to let them know that we here and we mean business. So if you guys would, make sure we're not throwing no paper. Make sure we're not throwing bottles, water.
We don't do
we're
that.
Not cussing. We're not fighting. We just want to get a peaceful protest and let them know that you guys have caught the attention of national. And it's going to be plenty more, just like myself, that's going to be coming down. So I'm coming down just to let MPD know that you guys are not by yourselves and that we're going to hold the line just like they hold the line. We have the same rights that they have. We have the same equipment that they have. We have the same artillery that they have. And we follow the rules and do it by the book like they normally don't. But we're there to let them know that we're going to do it 100% by the books. We're going to stand behind Mr. Hope. We're going to stand behind Miss Lola. I would like for everybody to just kind of stand behind Mr. Hope. I'll be in front of Mr. Hope. We'll be the line. So Mr. Hope and Miss Lola is going to be between whoever is going to be running this protest is going to be my front line, and the troops are going to be on the front line. We will be the ones that's the closest to the police. We don't want any protesters close to the police at all. Step back. Let Mr. Hope talk on the air horn. I want to say a few things myself, but my line is going to protect Mr. Hope and going to protect the voices of Mississippi. We are also there to protect the people of Mississippi. If they take force, we take force. We hope that everything goes smoothly, but we are coming to Meridian, Mississippi to stand with our people. That's what we for. That's what we do, and we love what we're doing. We don't get paid for this. We do it because we love our people, and we've been fighting to be treated equally for a very long time. This is what Meridian, Mississippi needs to do. It is time for Meridian, Mississippi to unify. It is time for Meridian, Mississippi to come together. One band, one sound, under the leadership of Mr. Hope. The Black Panther Party, we stand behind Mr. Gray Hope. Okay? We're standing behind Mr. Hope. We're going to support him 100% every step of the way. Whenever he needs us to come down, when there's a matter, we will be there.
Well, thank you.
And so in the meantime, between time, let's just get this thing together. Let's keep it in line. Let's be professional. And let's get some boots on the ground. Let's not have me and people that we have someone that's coming from Washington. They're going to be coming down from Washington. They're going to be updating what we're going to be doing Saturday. So as long as you guys protesting, you're going to be having people that's going to be dropping in with boots on the ground. Okay? This thing can get big. We're going to be recruiting the Mississippi area. We're going to be recruiting. We're going to be passing some flyers out for a recruit, and hopefully Mr. Gray Hope can be starting a Black Panther Party chapter down there, working directly with the Panthers in his area. So Mr. Hope, hopefully my goal is to get you that whole front line. That front line is about 50 troops. They're in between Jackson, West Point, Mississippi, Jackson, Mississippi, Tupelo, Mississippi, Yazoo, Mississippi. They're all up in that area, Mr. Hope. It'll be to the point to where you can pick your phone up and they'll be there at a drop of a dime. You'll never be left out there in the rain like you were today. You guys cannot leave your head of your city out there. If the head falls, the body will crumble.
I like how you said that, because in this case, the head of this city is creating all this chaos. And I agree with you, and I'll see you, sir, and I appreciate you calling in, and thank you. And we have each other numbers, and I tell all the send it out how you send it out. We want everybody to share the videos. We want them to know about it in town. I appreciate you calling in, and you be safe out there, and thank you. And we're going to get that chapter going down here.
Yes, sir. That's no problem. I'll bring you all the documentations that you need, Mr. Hope. I'm also going to have a whole recruiting team that's going to be there to support you, Mr. Hope. And I know you more than you think I know you. I know you're a karate expert, and so you got some great training that you can actually share with the people that actually come into your organization.
That's
so
right.
You have a lot of qualifications. You already know the law.
That's
you
right.
already know the First Amendment, the Second Amendment. I see you guys are following those things by guidelines, just looking at your protest.
That's
so,
right.
yeah, man, I want to assist you guys with this, and you have the support of the Panthers in your region already. We're just coming down to get you set up and get some soldiers and some boots on the ground.
Thank you again, and you be safe out there. Thank you.
God bless. Black power, black love, brother.
Hotel.
Yeah. All right. Brother Dice.
Okay. All right. Let me see. I lost my place here, man.
Well,
Let me get back.
one thing I want to say while you finding the place is that Marie said that don't know how to. Everybody out there know how to shoot a gun. 3 P's. P, P, P. Pull, point, and pull. Pull it from wherever you're going to pull it, point it at their ass, and pull the trigger. That's like you point your finger. Don't try to aim or nothing, just P, P, P. Pull, point, and pull. Simple as that. Damn it, don't shoot nobody in their leg.
Okay. All right. And for the sake of time, I'm going to skip through a couple of these.
Yeah, and folks, leave your comments at the bottom. You know, you don't have to leave comments now. You can come in and leave your comments afterward, because we all look at it and we'll answer it. If you got to say something to Reverend Lofton here, hey, he'll answer it. We'll let it, you know, and Brother Dice, we'll answer any questions. And if you're disrespectful, we're going to respectfully redirect you. And if you're too disrespectful, we just delete it, but we don't want to try to censor anybody.
Right, and you always got that phone number to call in, guys, if you really got a point you want to get across, because the show is growing and we're just not going to be able to read 2-3 hours worth of comments after.
But we will at the bottom. Am I right, Brother Dice?
What's that?
We can. We're gonna address any comments or any concerns you have.
Oh yeah. After the video, if you want to leave a comment that you feel something needs to be addressed, we would definitely do that, and we've been very good about that from the jump. And
also, it's reaching out with Eddie at yahoo.com.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's the email.
That's the email.
Okay, V's Catering LLC says, "Say it, Marie. Speak it. I am so happy Mr. Holt had your back along with all of the protesters."
Yeah. I'm just got to say that I'm really proud of Marie, and not only Marie, I think her name was Portia or Tasha, but the Barber family. I'm really proud of you guys, how you guys just stood up, and if they had not been there, that young man would have been killed.
Yeah,
he would have been killed. Something would have happened. But they can't cover up. Man, now I really appreciate social media and cameras, because you can't get away with nothing now. Percy, you might as well go and pack your shit. I'm gonna just tell you that right now.
Okay, Ellen Franklin says exactly, Ezra Lee. We need to go to his house and protest. Just don't let them know when. Power to the people by the blessings from our Lord and Savior.
You cannot go to anyone's house and protest. That's against the law. Now get that out your head.
Okay.
And his house ain't done that. His wife hadn't done anything, and his children have not done anything. And there's no way we should jeopardize his family or even him or that community by taking a protest there. There's Meridian police officers that are doing that. We can fire him come April the 6th, but we need to keep the attention on the Meridian Police Department and that corruption.
Okay, Jim Myrick says, hello, just joined the podcast and proudly sharing this podcast.
Thank you, Jim.
Thank
you.
City Mitchell says, good evening, Mr. Holt. Kathy Mitchell from Los Angeles, California.
Hey, Miss Mitchell. Okay. Hey, get everybody in Los Angeles involved, because you know when George Floyd, it took a little minute for that. Breonna Taylor. It took a little minute for that. But what we need is national exposure. We need for Percy to go. He done broke so many laws. I mean, you can look at follow the money, quid pro quo.
Yeah.
They give a donation, they get a no-bid contract with the city, or they get the insurance job. Percy Bland you going to jail. He going to jail. He's going. Not only him, a lot of you out there, not you out there, but a lot of them at the Meridian Police Department going to jail. Rita Jackson need to be the chief of police. If y'all ain't talking about do not let people run for office. If you see where somebody's really, in my opinion, running for office and they are supporting Kim Burner Houston, that's not what we need. We don't need that. Calling you on the podcast with the family.
What up, Mr. Hope?
Low, where you been? You MIA, is you all right?
Hey, look, I see you got a clown inside the chat room go by the name of Ancient Way. It might be Chris Reed playing around in your chat room. Could be William Burnell talking off the side of their neck. But look, I called in because every time I go and look at that video, Marie Franklin standing in front of William Brunel last night, just give me the giggle. But let me tell you this. Let me straighten something up. He didn't get charged for DUI. What happened was he was caught driving the city vehicle on city time with a case of beer inside the SUV that Selco store right across the street from Rush ER.
That's right.
But he most definitely got a domestic violence charge, time 2. And when Joseph Denson went to the police station inquiring about getting a copy of that domestic violence charge, the finding when he went to court, when Judge Robert Jones got wind of it, he went in the system and expunged those domestic violence charges out the system. But he most definitely was sentenced to anger management. He was found guilty on the domestic violence charge. And I can tell last night that Brunel was drunk.
Yeah,
you can see the alcohol seeping through his skin on that video. He was drunk. He was drunk. And he was so pissed off because he wanted Marie to hit him so bad so he could slam her down and shit. That's what he wanted to do.
I promise you, if it wouldn't have happened like that, that might have been. See, you.
And I know he was pissed off at you because you wouldn't let Marie touch him. He was pissed off with you for making her stand back. He wanted her to touch him. That's the reason why he walked up on her. Any police chief would reprimand William Brunel. He was so unprofessional and all those sellout ass, kumbaya ass nigga standing there watching him. I even seen Patrick Gale there standing against the wall. And who was that limpid ass, skinny ass thing?
I don't know what he was.
Than Rochester Anderson. That gun, I know that gun was hurting his leg. You see the way he had that gun strapped around his leg? I bet he woke up in pain this morning. I'm like, who is this little fella?
And how about he shook his head and walk away? He shook his head. He should have been hold up, fire me. They should have got fired.
Right.
They should have stood up to Brunel. Right. They should have arrested Brunel because his ass was drunk. They all did.
Yeah, he was drunk. Yeah, he was drunk, and they know he was drunk.
Yeah.
But check this out: the officer that called himself trying to speak up in Brunel's behalf, that was Robert Walker. He's a K-9 officer. He was the exact same officer that written the report up on your grandson, Eli Screenfeller. Lied, said Eli Screenfeller took him on a high-speed chase.
Lied.
He called off the chase. That was the officer right there, Robert Walker, the same one that put the K-9 dog on Yolanda Hall's son on yesterday in front of the police department.
He need to be fired.
Yeah.
He need to be fired.
But let me tell you this before I hang up. They got so many different lies they telling regarding Gary Barber's death. One lie, I heard Marie said that Colin Kent's supposed to have been chasing them across the ditch. Well, earlier I heard that it's supposed to have been Tavares Smith, the guy who done deactivated his profile, the black officer, saying that Gary Barber jumped the ditch, and then Tavares Smith jumped the ditch behind him and fallen off in the ditch, and said Gary Barber turned back around when Tavares Smith fallen down and attacked him. That didn't even sound right. Then I heard another scenario that he's supposed to have got stabbed in the bulletproof vest. Then I heard he's supposed to have gotten straight in the back of his head. And then a lady today on WTOK Facebook page up on the protest story, the picture, stated that he got cut in the neck. They don't know what lie they want to stick with, but I'm going to tell you like this right here. I hope the family of that victim be prepared, because MBI is going to rule in that police officer's favor. Yeah. You know, MBI are actually police officers themselves. And I was told the guy that was assigned to the case is friend with Tavares Smith.
And I got to say this too, Lo, is that I was there. He didn't even go off in the ditch. And then you have Meridian police officers off in the ditch, and that's corrupting the crime scene. But I didn't see anybody off in the water. They weren't even nowhere close near the water. They was up on the bank and then on the wall about halfway down. So, but that man was shot in the back. And if he's running away.
You see, I got him on film yesterday.
Yeah, that's right.
They was out there yesterday of trying to find shell casing. But let me tell you what Percy Bland said on Tuesday. He did a press conference. He claimed the owner of the apartment called 911. The owner lived in Collinville. So therefore, the owners must have cameras around the house that alert his phone, his cell phone.
So that's
he saw it on his cell phone. Okay, why come they haven't pulled the video footage from that guy's house to see was not this guy attacking this officer, and was they chasing this guy and shot him in the back? I heard that Bud May shot him in the head.
How about that is true? Because my nephew was at his grandmother's house, and she lived on that not too far from that ditch on the 31st Avenue side. And he was concerned, and he said he heard the violent shots, and then he heard a second violent shot, and that's when they shot. He said they said something to him. He said he really was afraid that he could have got shot. That's my son, Booming City, Ryan Payne. That's my sister Dora's boy.
I know him. I know him. But I hope they prepared, because MBI is going to rule the MPD favor. But if Tavares Smith didn't have anything to hide, why did he deactivate his profile? See, Tuesday I went on his page, and I screenshotted his picture, and then I go back and last night and look, the page had been deactivated.
Mm-hmm.
So he didn't have anything to hide. Why did he deactivate his profile?
But you know
because the person that's investigating the case worked for MBI is friend with Tavares Smith. And he probably didn't want anybody to see them, profile, looking at the photo album on his page of them taking pictures together.
And one thing that I like to say is that we'll be able to find out what Molly Head the P, as the Truth Master said, once we get Perks out of there, because there ain't no statute of limitation on this. We don't care what MBI rule.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because we're going to do all our own investigation when we reorganize that police department. And I'm just telling you, man, Weston Linderman needs to be the mayor of this city. Right. He needs to be the mayor of this city.
I thank you for bringing his name up. You noticed that when Weston Linderman showed up today down there, you see he was standing back.
Sure was.
So it wasn't no political plot.
Sure
he was standing back. You was the one that turned around and noticed him. And they started howling and clapping when you told him to come to the Bullhorn. Mm-hmm. So, that's not the first protest Weston Linderman came to.
Right.
He walked from the Union Station to the City Hall back during the summer after George Floyd was killed, and Inspired Walker done the protest. And then there was another protest from the city hall lawn to the police department back during the summer. He was at that one too. And for, I know, over a year, he's been fighting, trying to get the council to go along with him to launch an investigation on the city Marina Police Department. And the other council didn't even goddamn, even second his motion. They didn't give a damn. So the motion
twice.
died. He couldn't even get a second. And you see, a lot of people don't know what second is. When someone make a motion,
you got to
another council has to say second in order for them to discuss it. If they don't say second, the motion dies. So it repeatedly, he tried to get the council to go along with him to launch an investigation on the city Marina Police Department, and he couldn't even get a second. So that should tell the people something. Here it is. You got a young man that was killed on Tuesday, and then you got another one that was beaten in front of Marina Police Department on yesterday after going there trying to get help. And I'm knowing the other council know about it. I'm knowing the other elected officials know about it.
And they affirmed him too, Lo. They affirmed it.
So look,
they affirmed Reed.
Let the people know. They should let the people know that the other people that running for office don't even care.
They don't.
They silent.
That's
they
right.
silent. Just like Percy Bland. He goes up to the mall this morning for the grand opening of the movie theater that's been open for a month. And then he go downtown to the Struction Fire, the building that burning on 5th Street, and go live.
Now, Lo, I was told that he ordered that building to be burnt down. I was told, that's the word out on the streets, that he got people on the streets that'll do things like that for him, that he ordered that to be burnt down, folks, because they wanted it down. Mm-hmm. That's what I was told.
I'm going to tell you this, too. I heard the exact same thing. It's been in the news for over a month. On December 3rd, there was a story in WTOK about that building. And then on January 26th, it was on the news about that building. The downtown business owner complained about the building being condemned and it's an eyesore downtown. And I was told that Percy Bland put a crack at it to set it on fire. I sure did.
Yeah. Thank you, Lo. Appreciate it.
Okay. All right.
Bye-bye. Well, folks, this is just, again, I want you guys, we get national attention, so we got to be doing something right.
Right.
And, but we have an opportunity, Brother Sam and Reverend Lofton, we have an opportunity to kill the head, and that's fire person on April the 6th.
Right.
Fire him. And we do not need, Alicia Smith was there last night protesting. She's the only other candidate that was there. Tyrone Johnson was not there. Inspired Walker mother wasn't there. I asked her to come on this show. I'm just telling you, I'm just not a fan of her mother. I'm not a fan of what their particular brand of politics. We cannot be political correct, folks. Look what political correctness got us. And then this governing body, except for Western Linderman, is the one that affirmed Chris Reed without even vetting him, meaning they didn't investigate him. They knew he had already lied about Levi Gibbs. If you lie, you steal.
If you steal, you will kill.
That's right. And it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
So, Kim, you created this. Fannie, you created this. Dwayne Davis, you created this. George Thomas, you created this. Percy Bland, you created this. That's that greed. You know what? Brother Sam, now you know how that devil love money.
Yes, sir.
Now that man is a triple devil because he love money. He is so corrupt in this power, but he's scared. Folks, it's just too many signs. You know what? I saw Terry Kelly and Ebony Kelly. They was there last night too. And because I think that's their family. Now I want to say this. Hey, we done had our dinner. That ain't got nothing to do with. Hey, I think that Terry Kelly should run for office in her district. I think she should because she's going to speak up. Hell, she spoke up to me when I said something to her daughter. And that's what we need. Am I right or wrong, Brother Dice? That's what we need. And we can't let our differences in the past keep us separated today and let them stay in power by keeping us divided. Anything you want to say, Brother Lofton, before we close out? Any more comments you need to read? You might want to cherry pick one or two before we close out.
Yeah, let me get these last two I see in here. Okay, Jim Myrick says, stand up for other people's rights and do not bear false witness. Eddie Crosby says, the whole city of Meridian is corrupt. I saw one more in here. Hold on one second, people. Dolores Holt says, "Calm down, Malcolm." Smile. Put
It ain't,
that anger into
this has been
action,
the
Ray.
first time I usually have fun on this podcast, and I try, but it's not a laughing matter.
Right.
While we can't smile, but this here, I can smile right now, but all I got to do is just think about what happened to Yolanda Hall's son, or what happened to Gary Barber, man, and then, bro, man. What, man, you know, if they weren't standing there, the buzzers would have ate him up. You understand what I'm saying? Because they left him in the ditch like that. Man, could they smell death? I don't know how they do it. They smell death and they come and eat it up.
Yeah, decay.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, Lynn Hearn says hi. Good to see you in there, Lynn.
Assalamu alaikum, sister.
Hey, Lynn.
And I'll end it with last but not least. I know I saw another Holt in here somewhere. Let me find him.
Let me just tell you, all of my family, I love you all. And my granddaughter was there, and boy, I pulled up. I said, boy, your mama gonna say, you don't let daddy pull you. But my granddaughter spoke very well, and it was her first time doing something like that. And she was there in support of her grandfather, her first cousins, her aunts, man. I seen, that's my family.
Right.
That's my family. I'm talking about I love my family. You know I love family.
Right.
My family right here. My family right here. My family over there. I love my family. And, you know, I appreciate y'all listening, bro. I need you to say some last comments. I need you to do that, and I need you to say something, bro, Dice, and then I'm going to sing you to, you know the song to play.
Okay. All right, so last but not least was Tracy Holt says, hello, everyone. Love you, Daddy, and be careful.
Yeah.
Hello, Queen.
I will be careful, but I do think about it, bro, Sam. Right. I'd be a fool not to think about it, because look at what they're doing, and they don't care. I know they hate me. Here I am. I'm charged with triple felonies. I can go to jail, as somebody said, for 15 to 25 years.
Right.
But I'm still standing up for this. Right. It doesn't matter about that. But it's matter about, hey, everybody know who I am, so I'm using my voice in this platform to point out those wrongs and those injustices. Right. And somebody got to stand up and to make a difference. But then you talk about me and you be mad at me, and you talk about me having baggage. You damn right I have a lot of baggage, along with a target pointed at my chest, my head, and my back. I can see the hate and I can feel the hate. But guess what? I ain't worried about the hate and that, because I feel so much love from those that do love and care about me.
But, that was it for the
that was
comments.
All right. Reverend?
The tricks and games have always been, we get upset about the past and it kills us. Why? I did something to you in the past, but I'm asking for your help right now when I need help. That would have kept us away from power to help each other. If I ask for your help, I'm asking you for help.
Right.
You're supposed to help your enemy if they ask for help.
Right.
These are your brothers and sisters who are asking you for help. Will not you help your own brothers and sisters when they need help?
That's right. Thank you. Thank you.
I would like to say, who all listen to this podcast, if you truly love MLK, Dr. Martin Luther King, Saturday, prove it. To the pastor, get out that pulpit. Dr. Martin Luther King was in the streets. Jesus was in the street, highways and the byway. Prove your love for your people, man. We need unity among us all now. Come together, like the brother said. Come Saturday, peaceful protest, and show the people that you dedicated to the people. Peace.
Yeah, thank you. I want to say this is that don't get mad at me if I'm speaking the truth. Don't get mad at me and don't support this cause because you letting the difference of how you feel about me, or you think that perhaps Western Linderman, I didn't even know it was there. Somebody pointed out to me, Tony did, pointed out to me that it was there, and I looked around and I saw him. But I appreciate all of you be there, but tell somebody, as far as way till you can go circle the globe, I don't care. I want everybody to know about this. Hey, we need to pack that parking lot Saturday, but I want to invite all of you. So put it on your social media, Snapchat, Tumblr, Twitter, all of it. put it on there. Let's share this. Share that video. Let the world know what they're doing right here in Meridian, Mississippi, that this black mayor is doing this, and we thought, didn't change come? That's the song he played, A Change Gonna Come. We even played it on our show. Didn't it come? We went back worse than we went back to 1871, Dennis Ray. But I want to thank y'all for listening. I appreciate you, and you, Brother Dice, and you out there. Dice, take us home.